Have you heard about the new Zara perfume collection? Actually, there have been two new lines in the Zara stores, but today it's all about the one that has the Pistachio Infusion perfume in the line. I think it's the Infusion line, let's call it that. I was in Zara yesterday shopping. I went to the checkout, and then when I wanted to leave, I saw those new perfumes and I was shocked because when I saw the name Pistachio, I was very intrigued. So I sprayed two of them on my hands and all of them on test strips, went out, and then today I went back in there, sprayed all of them again on the test strip on my hand, and then I was in there making up my mind about if I want to buy any of them. So today I will share with you all of the 4 fragrances in the collection, what I think about them, if they are repeating another fragrance that was in Zara, or if they remind me of other perfumes from other brands, and I will let you know if I purchased any of them. Here they retail for 95 euros for 30 milliliters. So of course we have to start with Pistachio Infusion because that was the one that I was most intrigued by. I have it on my hand here and I will read out the notes for you. It only has 3 notes. In the top it has pistachio, then in the middle iris, and in the base tonka bean. I smell a lot more than those 3 notes, but it has been quite a journey with this perfume because at first I smelled like a nutty note, almost like almonds, or let's say pistachios, but like a nut that is covered in powdered sugar. But then in the back I smelled something familiar, and then when I went home, I did not get any of the nuttiness that I got in the beginning, and I just got the perfume that it reminded me of in the first place. So at first, it does remind me a little bit of Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato. I haven't seen any other YouTube video reviews, but I have seen some reviews on Fragrantica, and people on there are saying either it smells to them like the Kayali one or it doesn't smell like that at all. To me, at first, I do get that they were trying to maybe do something in the same family, but it fades away. What I now smell is basically the Sand Dunes at Sunset perfume from Zara that is in the men's department, or Nocturnal Live by Zara, which is right now in their lineup with women's fragrances, or basically Angel's Share, but I don't think it's like an alternative to Angel's Share, none of them. But this is the core of the perfume, this quite boozy, fruity fragrance with some spices to it, but not too spicy, just like a kick. But to me, on my skin, it is a little bit more creamy and soft. And maybe it is because there is this creamy, sugar-coated almond in the top that I get personally. But they are very similar. So I think because of that fact, I like it more than the Sunset one. And I also like it more than the Nocturnal Live one because those two to me are 99% identical. It's just that the Nocturnal Live on me has a far better performance than the Sunset one. And this one has quite a good longevity as well. I'm surprised because, as we all know, a lot of Zara's perfumes do not have a good performance at all. Like, at all. I have perfumes in my collection which last basically 30 minutes to an hour. And this I have had on for, let's say, 2 to 3 hours, and I can still smell it on my hand. It's quite strong actually. So I'm impressed with the performance, and as I said, to me it is a little bit more round and creamy and smooth, but it's not a pistachio perfume. But also the Yum Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato perfume, to me on my skin does not smell like pistachios at all. I was very shocked when I smelled it for the first time, but that one to me on my skin is quite powdery, more like a cotton candy powder in like a powder form with some floral touches, and that is basically it. So I do get the DNA of that one in here, but it's not a nutty aroma. It's more like a powdery, sugared accord that I smell in Yum Pistachio Gelato and also in this one. So, did I buy this perfume? I did not. I did not, because I have a perfume in my collection which is from a niche perfume house called Ganache, and they smell on my skin almost identical. And I also have the Macaron Amont by Jeanne Art at home, which is a cheapie, and that one also smells quite similar. So yeah, for now I did not get this one. The next one is called Juicy Infusion, and this one has the main accords of white floral, fruity, sweet, aquatic, and fresh, with the notes of jasmine, pear, and blackcurrant. I have it on my wrist here. And this is a easy reach spring and summer scent, I would say. This is not going to offend anybody. I feel like this is a beautiful jasmine because it is the creamy, smooth, more elegant one, and not the very scratchy, a little bit challenging jasmine that you sometimes get in perfumes. And together with the fruits, it's actually quite young and fun smelling and not too mature as jasmine perfumes can smell like. The only thing is that it has this almost musky base that is quite dusty. And there was this collection with Marshmallow Addiction and Peach Glow. I have both of those perfumes in my collection, and I do not reach for any of those because they also have this dusty musk in there, which annoys me and makes this perfume not smell round and smooth. I think it's the same with Erba Pura actually by Serjoff, if you know this perfume. It also has this dusty musk in the base that is just a little bit too much for me and makes me not want to wear the perfume. So it's not bad at all, and you definitely should try it because it's such an easy reach, and it actually has quite a good longevity as well for a Zara perfume, especially for a spring and summer fresh fruity perfume. I like it actually. I'm not too sure about it and I did not buy it, but it would be perfect actually for the weather here because it is quite warm but not too summery. And so I have to think about it. I have to let it sit on my skin. As of right now, I do not want to have it in my collection just because I have Marshmallow Addiction and Peach Glow, and they both are those spring, summer, fruity, happy, fun perfumes that also have the quite dusty musk on my skin at least. Then we have Ruby Infusion, which has the main accords of sweet, vanilla, and powdery, with notes of, in the top, blackcurrant, in the middle, marshmallow and cotton candy, and in the base, sugar and vanilla. And maybe you can tell what this smells like, but this is basically Give Me a Sign by Zara repackaged. I think the Christmas perfumes are not in stores anymore because it was a limited edition, but this basically, to me, is like a repackaged Give Me a Sign by Zara, which is an alternative to Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian or Oriana by Parfum de Mali. Also, I think some of the Sweet Like Candy perfumes by Ariana Grande do smell quite similar. So this is basically a cotton candy scent, and that's it. I don't get something very fluffy and creamy. Like marshmallow always has this creaminess to it. I don't get it too much, but let's say it's like 80% cotton candy and then some vanilla and some marshmallows in there. It definitely has a fruity vibe from the, what was it, blackcurrant? Yeah, blackcurrant. It's very sweet, it's very sugary. It has this, what is it called, pink sugar vibe by Aquilina, which is just too much for me. So it's a very young and fun scent. And it's definitely a nice alternative. If you want something like Oriana, it's definitely not as complex. It's not as niche smelling and not as elegant and smooth, but it's actually very well-rounded. It's not scratchy at all. It's a fun, happy scent. And as I said, you have to like cotton candy and marshmallow scents to enjoy it. But especially when it comes to performance as well, the originals, so Love Don't Be Shy and Oriana, do not have the best performance on me, nor did the Give Me a Sign by Zara. And this one actually is quite strong on my skin. So it's not going to be a beast, but it's going to be like a happy, fun, everyday scent if you want something cotton candy-like. And the last one in this collection is called Secret Infusion, which has the main accords of powdery, floral, fresh, woody, musky, violet, fruity, sweet, rose, and aquatic. Wow, so many accords. It has the notes of, in the top, pear, in the middle, violet and peony, and then the base, cedar and musk. This is my favorite, I would say, just because the perfumes that it reminds me of are perfumes I have in my collection, and I do enjoy them and I do wear them. So, to me, on my skin, it smells like 50% Burberry Her. I have the elixir at home, but it could also be the Eau de Parfum. And 50% Kayali Eden Juicy Apple. Yeah, it has this very happy, fresh, spritzy fruitiness about it, like strawberries and sweet red apple, fruits like that, mixed in with something floral. I don't get peony, but it's a floral I get. And it's slightly powdery, I guess from the violet and also from the musk. And it has this woodiness about it that I also get on my skin with the Kayali one, which makes it a little bit more interesting than your average. That one is a very fragrance mist-like perfume with apple as the main star, but that one also has something that is grounding it and making it a little bit more mature, but it's still very juvenile in my opinion. But this one also has something that anchors it. So this one I also did not get a bottle of, so as you can now see, I did not get any bottle of any of the perfumes, just because in store I wasn't sure about any of them. Because I do have the Kayali one, I do have the Burberry Her one, so I don't see why I need to have this in my collection. But on the other hand, it's like nice to have. I would like to have a Zara perfume like that in my collection, just because it's easy and I want to share cheaper perfumes with you as well. But the turnaround in Zara is crazy, and I know for a fact that this perfume is gonna be out of the stores in like 3 months, so I don't know. So all in all, I am not very amazed by this collection. Basically, we have had similar or have similar perfumes in Zara right now, or had them last year, the year before. None of those perfumes are extremely innovative or new or something you have to have, in my opinion. But I did see the other line, which is a metal perfumes line. And I did smell one of them, which reminded me a little bit of Hibiscus Mahajat. Oh my god. So let me know if you want me to review all of the perfumes in the other line as well. But I don't know, I hope this video helped you out, and maybe you will think about blind buying some of those perfumes, because I can tell you, if you want a straight up gourmand pistachio perfume, Pistachio Infusion is probably not going to be it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!